one of these coaches is going to reach a milestone in their coaching career. Greg Collins looking for win number 100, while Brooke Storr of Louisiana Tech looking for win number 200 in her career. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the EA Diddle Arena in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Scott Thompson, John Butler. It's Louisiana Tech and Western Kentucky University women's basketball. And John, you think about these two programs, you go back to the mid-'80s till about the year 2000. Those were two of the top teams in the nation, and what battles they had getting to championship after championship opportunities.
Yeah, you have two historical programs, as you mentioned. But both teams have over 1,000 wins. Both schools are in the top 20 career in terms of total wins. So you got a great two programs that's played a whole lot of games together. La Tech's 28-25 in the rivalry, though Western Kentucky's won 12 of their last 14.
You know, both these teams are heading in the wrong direction. Both teams are on 3-game losing streaks. That's got to end tonight. That's exactly right, and they've kind of done it a little bit differently. La Tech's had 3 close losses. Western Kentucky got blown out in their last game against Middle. All right, here's our players to watch. As you see, Anna-Lair Robertson for Louisiana Tech. She's putting up some fine numbers, especially in Conference USA.
Well, she's a 5th-year player, and it's hard to get players to stay 2 years at one school. She's a 5th-year player, over 1,500 career points, over 800 rebounds. She is the rock of La Tech, averages 12 points a game. She's been double figures her last 4 years in terms of her average.
Now this young lady, Alexis Mead's going to have some extra pressure on her because WKU has 2 players out tonight.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Alexis Mead, the point guard. She's coming off a performance against Middle Tennessee, and when she was scoreless, only played 13 minutes. She's been battling a lot of sickness. But with, we'll talk about it later, but with Acacia Hayes and Destiny Salary both out, 2 starting guards, the leading scorers for Western Kentucky, a lot is on the plate for Alexis Mead, and she will have to play major minutes and played very well for Western Kentucky to get a win tonight.
Well, WKU glad to be home. They've been on the road the last 3 conference games, and maybe a change of scenery will help.
Well, it's been a tough road trip. They've battled injuries, sickness, and just add 2 more injuries tonight. But, yeah, Western Kentucky traditionally wins over 80% of their games at home.
And one of those losses was, of course, to the conference leader in Middle Tennessee State University, which is really playing well. WKU can stay on the inside. Nice move with the left hand, left it just short.
Yeah, it was a nice turnaround left-hand jump that time by the freshman Staley. Just missed it.
Louisiana Tech, or La Tech, however you want to call it, the Lady Techsters will have possession for the first offensive time. Robin Lee, a little deep in the rim. The putback up is short from Robertson, and then the putback is good.
Yeah, the boards will be critical for Western Kentucky. And the TV that time finished that. 2 offensive rebounds by La Tech.
Alexis Mead will hold it up out front. Driving to the bucket, off the glass, good. Got to get some of that action right there, Josie Gilvin.
Yeah, Josie Gilvin started her first 2 starts for the last 2 games.
You had your commentators wrong on there.
Sophomore out of Sacred Heart High School in Louisville, Kentucky.
Out front, Lee will set it up. And she's always been that spark, getting an opportunity to start. See if that'll be a great plug for Greg Collins. Here's a missed shot. Here comes WKU on a run. Mead quickly down floor, up and off the glass. That's good from Aliyah Peets.
Yeah, La Tech just failed to get back on defense, and that was a great pass that time by Mead to Pitts.
La Tech 8-14, 2-5 in conference action. WKU 13-10, 4-4, sitting 4th. WKU and 8th for La Tech in current Conference USA standings. New TV. Diagonal pass. Morris for 3.
And that's a nice pass by Nativi. Nativi actually leads La Tech in assists, and that was a great skip pass to the freshman Morris.
Faustino on the drive. They work it around the perimeter. Pitts. Now to Mead. Mead. Man-to-man defense here in the early going by La Tech.
Yeah, and defense has not been the problem for La Tech. They've had trouble finishing games, and shooting at times has been their major problem.
Faustino had trouble finishing. Gilvin. Josie Gilvin.
That's what Gilvin does. Great play that time by Gilvin. Didn't give up on the play. Got the back tip. And you watch the back tip right here by Gilvin. Got the back tip and then goes in, and it's the correct call. It was That was an obvious block that time by Vukovic.
Yeah, she could have went ahead and finished the layup, but got to a teammate that was open. But Gilvin will go the line at 83% on the year.
Yeah, if you watch Josie Gilvin play, it's hard not to like her. She plays with probably as harder and more energy than anybody in the country.
Got a lot of hum in the headsets. 5-4 La Tech with the early lead as Gilvin missed the free throws. New TV, they go baseline. Robertson down in that corner. Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock.
I must have missed something. I thought, why did Gilvin only have one free throw?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Should have had two, shouldn't
Should have had 2 free throws. I don't know why she only had one.
Because the bucket didn't go in.
Nope.
Okay. 7-4 La Tech.
That may have to be corrected sometime.
Meade for WKU. Outside jumpers off the mark. Rebound. Robertson, 6th in Conference USA in scoring, 15 a game in conference play. 3 on the way, it's off the mark. Morris, and then they get the long rebound.
It's their 3rd offensive rebound. You have to block Robertson off the glass.
Baseline.
And what
Vukovic.
And offensive rebounds normally lead to open shots, and that's 2 threes so far by La Tech off offensive rebounds.
Vukovic averaging 10 in Conference USA play, 5 on the season. So she stepped up her game in conference action. It's a 10-4 lead. Faustino coming out to help out Pitts. Looking to go inside to Staley, not the right moment. Meade looks in the corner to Gilvin. Gilvin for 3. No good. Staley with a rebound, kicks it out. They'll have another opportunity. Meade for 3, top of the key.
That's offensive rebound from Western Kentucky that time that led to the open 3.
Gonna have to have plenty of those tonight if you're a WKU fan. Here's New TV out front. Working down to Vukovic out of Serbia, 5'10" sophomore.
Still totally confused on the 1 free throw by Gilvin. I don't know if I missed something or what.
I don't, you know, they've got her 0 for 1 from the free line, so that does not make sense. La Tech gets it in. That's stolen by Gilvin.
It's her 2nd steal.
Jalen Brill in during that last dead ball stoppage. Brill, a 6'3" freshman out of Nebraska. Faustino. Gilvin. Meade has an open for the moment 3. It's off the mark. Loose ball rebound. They come away with it. New TV. Racing down for Morris into the wing. WKU really bringing out that high zone defense. That 3's off the mark from New TV.
That's good ball movement though by La Tech.
Faustino takes it the length of the floor, up and in.
Nice move by Faustino. That was a tough, I wouldn't even call it a layup, but that was a tough shot that time and finish by Teresa Faustino.
A senior out of Portugal, averaging 8 in Conference USA play. And we got a timeout on the floor. 4:29 to go in the first quarter. La Tech leading WKU here in the early going. 10-9. You're watching Conference USA women's basketball on ESPN+.
Blue Moon Sanitation provides clean, friendly, and dependable sanitation services at a competitive rate. We proudly offer the newest inventory in units and trailers in the area. For job sites, small and large, we keep in stock multiple portable toilets.
Yeah, no, we won't talk about the 2 players. We got a corrected score, WKU 11, La Tech 10 here in the first quarter. WKU without Acacia Hayes with a knee. Destiny Salary suspended 1 game for team rule violation, John.
It's a big loss. Acacia Hayes injured her knee in the Middle Tennessee game, and Destiny Salary averaged 15 points a game, was a It's a team rule violation. Will be out 1 game. So both players averaging 15 points a game, 2 starting guards. That's a huge, huge loss.
WKU, though, not feeling the effects yet. As right now, WKU's up by 1. They get it to Meade. Meade out front, gives it. Baseline. Brill, top of the key for Gilvin. La Tech, man-to-man on the defense. Staying out high with WKU. Now down 10 on the on the shot clock. Faustino, lob baseline for Meade in midair, missed it. Coming away with it. La Tech's new TV. Solomon Bates in. Out of Kenner, Louisiana, the 5'7" senior. Bates has started quite a few games this year, averaging about 8 in Conference USA action. Now on that right wing, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Defense for WKU. There they just throw it up. Faustino comes away with it.
That's great defense in the zone that time by Western Kentucky.
Meade down to Pitts. Gilvin trying to cut to the basket. Instead, does a screen. 3:10 first quarter. WKU leading 11-10. Faustino looking down to 8 seconds on the shot clock. Left of the lane. Baseline jumper. It's off the mark from Pitts. La Tech the other way. Up and in.
A tough shot by the freshman.
Gianna Morris now with 5.
Yeah, she's played 30-plus minutes, 9 straight games. So her minutes have really, really picked up.
You know, she's a 4-time All-State selection back in Arkansas. Faustino out front, 2:29. It's a 12-11. La Tech lead.
Was a nice split that time by Lexi Meade.
Meade misses. Thought she had her own rebound. Deflected out of her hands. New TV. Being trapped in midcourt. Meade comes away with it. Holds it up. Numbers. Faustino steps up to the top of the key. They almost didn't pick her up. Gilvin baseline the 3. It's off. Gianna Morris. Morris backs it out. Bates. WKU. They basically man-to-man.
They just switched. They've been playing primary zone, and they just switched to man-to-man.
Kind of was a 1-3-1 earlier, wasn't it? Throw it away. Be WKU ball.
You know, sometimes when you have 2 of your best players out in Salary and Hayes, sometimes what happens, of course, it forces other people to have to step up, but you're almost like a wounded dog. Sometimes you got nothing to do but fight, and
you get put in the corner.
You get put in the corner, and you know, kind of shifts all the pressures kind of off, and you just kind of play free. And right now, Western Kentucky's kind of playing free right now.
I can remember these 2 teams over the years come down to the last possession, last second shot. I remember one here at Diddle Arena many years ago. Both teams highly regarded.
They've had a lot of good players, and as you mentioned, a lot of good games. La Tech 3 titles, 2 of those NCAA titles in their history.
A couple of good blocks inside by La Tech. You know, Leon Barmore, Paul Sanford, 2 names synonymous with women's college basketball.
Both in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, and well deserved. Bates, now Morris. Two of the coaches that helped elevate the women's popularity.
No question about it.
Robin Lee, and they got along. 2 guys battling, and they really got along with each other. 3-pointer, top of the key, just a little short. Not much rotation by Bukowicz. They'll get another opportunity. In the lane, off of Gilvin's knee. Had an opportunity. Pitts came with it. Went out of her hands, right off of Gilvin's knee. You know, one thing that's surprising to me, John, is the last NCAA appearance by La Tech was in 2011.
Yeah, it's going on 13 years, and that's tough for a program that's had so much success.
3 from the left-hander in that right corner, Salmon Bates.
Yeah, she is leading three-point shooter in terms of attempts, over 143. Her role has changed. She's been the point guard the last 2 years, and she's moved to the two guard.
Last year was the team leader in assists. WKU ball, final seconds here of the first quarter. Lob it in there. Karis Allen here, missed it right in front of the basket.
Great move, just missed the bunny.
And we got 0.8 seconds left to go in this first quarter in a 15-11 game.
That's been part of the problem for the Lady Toppers. This kind of slump they've been in here lately. They just have a hard time making shots, and sometimes it just comes down to putting the ball in the basket.
In at the buzzer, it won't go. And that first quarter comes to an end here in Bowling Green. La Tech 15, WKU 11. Welcome back to Diddle Arena. Scott Thompson, John Butler, Conference USA Women's Basketball. La Tech leading WKU 15-11. Both teams lost 3 in a row. La Tech's lost 5 of 6. WKU lost 4 of 5, and that's very unusual. But WKU, though, Josie Gilvin, that spark plug we've talked about in previous broadcasts, John, so far so good.
Yeah, she's somebody, if you're coaching, you want somebody like Josie Gilvin on your team because she brings energy. She's got 4 points, got 2 steals, played all 10 minutes this first quarter, and I'd be honest with you, with Hayes and Salary out, I think she's going to see a lot of minutes tonight.
She's probably got to go 35, 38, don't you think?
I think the only thing that stops her is foul trouble.
And so far, she doesn't have any fouls. Neither does WKU as a team. Bates in the lane. Traffic. Kicks it into that right corner. 3's off the mark. That's from Bukowicz.
Going to be a shove from behind on the rebound that time on Robin Lee.
That'll be her first and the team second. Or excuse me, first here in the quarter. You know, that's just a second total foul call.
I like it, don't you? Yeah, let them play.
I have no problem. What has there been to call, right?
Been very clean.
Yes, I agree. Mead for WKU. Double team briefly. Now they're working around to Gilpin over there on that far side. Pitts comes out, top of the key for WKU. Mead looking to dish, kicks it out. They work it quickly in that far corner. Gilpin goes down to the floor. Mead for 3 out there, off the mark. Bukowicz will bring it across the floor from Serbia.
Yeah, she has played really well. She's been in double figures 4 of her last 5.
At 3, got some roll from Robin Lee.
Got a shooter's roll. You don't get a lot of roll from that distance, but she did.
5'8" junior out of Moss Point, Mississippi.
It's the largest lead of the game by either team right now, 18-11.
Yeah. Been fairly close. Mead looking for some help. Betancourt in there now for WKU. Mead underneath, throws it up, reverse, no good, left it short. She kind of stumbled as she did that. Morris the other way for La Tech, coast to coast. Too far underneath, trying to shield her body from getting fouled, and she got fouled. So does Betancourt with her first foul.
There's the freshman right there going in and does a good job of drawing that foul right there with Betancourt. I think if Betancourt just, you have a right to your verticality, but she kind of leaned over into her that time, drawing the foul. Speaking of La Tech, they lost one of the tougher ways to lose. They've lost 3 straight, about 4 to UTEP, 2 to New Mexico State, and then to FIU by 2. They were up, La Tech was up 69-62 with 1:10 left and lost. And what's worse, they were up 71-69 with 40 seconds and made 2 live ball turnovers that directly led to layups, and FIU came back and beat La Tech. And that's you lose a lot of sleep as a coach when you're up like that. And basically the live turnovers was what cost them 2 easy layups by FIU to beat La Tech.
And FIU is 4-0, tied with MTSU, top of the leaderboard. There's a bucket from Betancourt.
Yeah, and Betancourt has been she missed 2 games ago with a hamstring, and so when she was playing really well at one time during the year when Western Kentucky was playing well. So She's a big contributor when she's healthy.
Need her tonight for WKU fans. Saw off the side of the backboard from Mackenzie Worm in there from Allen, Texas, the 6'4 junior. Meade over to Betancourt. Left the jumper short.
It's a good shot for her, too. She's a really good face-up shooter.
Racing down the floor, Morris. Averages about 7 a game.
That's freshman to freshman that time. Good pass by Morris to the other freshman. Paris Guillory just came into the game.
Yep. Lake Charles, Louisiana. 22-13. La Tech up. Biggest lead at 9. Gilvin follows her own shot. Up. No good. Can't get anything to stay in that cylinder up there for WKU tonight, and it's a held ball possession. Stays with WKU.
Yeah, great hustle that time by both teams, but if there's a loose ball on the floor, Gilvin's going to be around there. You can see right here the loose ball, both teams going at it. That's Gilvin. Good hustle that time by Guillory getting on the floor too.
Getting back in for La Tech and Alar Robertson. You see Greg Collins talking with Odith Betancourt there, midcourt, as she comes out. He's looking for win number 100 in his career here at WKU. And former Lady Techster Brooke Storr has 199 across the way. She's in her 8th year total coaching. Previously Northwestern State for a few. Jumper off, rebound underneath, reverse layup up and in. Bukowicz. 5 now in the first half. Now up by 11. WKU needs a bucket in a hurry. Top of the key. Carousalen. Meade. Meade's got a mismatch there to her disadvantage on the guarding. Up and in. Meade now with 5 for WKU. Brings the Lady Toppers to within 9. Set it up out front. Morris. Bukowicz now back to Morris. Robertson, fade away. And too much on it.
Yeah, good defense that time by Staley. Staley has the size to match up with Robertson.
Deflected out of the hands of Meade. Here comes La Tech. The other way, Morris. Morris, free line, left side. Bukowicz. Robertson. Through TV. And we got a little bump.
Yeah, it's a good job of attacking his zone that time by La Tech. You want to be in, you want to go inside to out, and they had several penetrating dribbles and passes that time. Right there is the bump on Staley.
That's her first, team second on WKU here in the second quarter. 5:31 mark. La Tech up by 9. You know, Brooke Storr at La Tech. She was a point guard.
Point guard.
Yeah, well, those last few years of Leon Barmore.
Sure did. All-time leading free throw shooter, not at La Tech, in NCAA history. 91.5%. How about that?
I'd say that's pretty solid. I'd take her on my team. Lob out front. Bukowicz. On the dribble. That's Gilroy. Steal. Faustino the other way. Shields her body. Puts it up.
Yeah.
Saw that foul coming, didn't you?
Give Guillory credit. Now she made a bad turnover. Right here is just a bad turnover to Faustino. But what I like about her, she kept playing. And you know, sometimes you see players when they make a mistake quit, won't even try to get back. Well, she's going to make Faustino earn it from the free throw line.
Well, she didn't drop that head and just kind of.
You see that a lot too.
They'll drop that head and just lazily get back. She sprinted down there to make Faustino earn it from the free throw line. A 66%er on the year. She now has 3 first half points.
Faustino in the 2 meetings last year in which both teams split, Faustino had one of her better games last year against La Tech. She had 16.
Second free throw, short. Gilroy having trouble here, midcourt. They get it across the timeline. They've led by as many as 11. Oh, pinballed out off of Gilroy. Meade for WKU in the lane, 1-on-3, needs help. Pitts, lob inside for Staley. Didn't get it up high enough, and easy for Robertson to come up with the steal. Lukowicz the other way. Boy, good concentration with a flying WKU defender going in front of her.
Yeah, it looked like she was going to shoot it left-handed, and all of a sudden switched to her right for the 5'10" sophomore from Serbia.
10-point lead for La Tech at 26-16, 4:36 in the first half. You know, WKU's 7th in Conference USA scoring offense and 7th on defense. But they're first in turnover margins and second in steals. Meade at 1 on the shot clock. It's off the mark. Lukowicz racing down floor, passes out. Nutivi out for Gilroy. Boy, Paris with 5 now.
Yeah, she's 2 for 3 from 3, and the one that she missed went all the way down and spun out.
Back-to-back state championship teams, and then had a runner-up, and she was an MVP for state championships. They got an offensive foul. That'll be on Staley.
That's Nativi that took that one, and right now all the momentum is with La Tech,
and they lead it 29-16 over WKU. We have timeout on the floor here in Bowling Green. Come back, women's college basketball on ESPN+.
We all face obstacles in life. Overcoming obstacles is easier when you have a team you...
Second quarter's been all La Tech, a 14-3 run here, John, and you know, part of that goes to Paris Gilroy of La Tech, a deuce and a tray.
Yeah, the freshman has played really, really well. Right here's one pass, nice penetration and kick, and she made another 3 as well from the corner. Shoots 41% from the 3, but really right now La Tech up 29-14, and the stats don't lie. La Tech is 6 for 14 from 3. Western Kentucky, who has really, really struggled lately shooting the ball, only 1 out of 8, and it doesn't help that Western Kentucky is shorthanded. Nice penetration and kick, and she made another 3 as well from the corner. Shoots 41% from the 3, but really right now La Tech up 29-14, and the stats don't lie. La Tech is 6 for 14 from 3. Western Kentucky, who has really, really struggled lately shooting the ball, only 1 out of 8, and it doesn't help that Western Kentucky is shorthanded.
Earlier, the basket did not go in, so 2 points came off the score, and there was only the 1 point from that free throw. So that's why the score went from 16 to 14.
Okay.
We took the 2 points out. The basket did not go in, so that's been
Okay,
really
we're getting clarification here on the score. Earlier, Josie Gilvin only had 1 free throw. They thought the bucket went in. Now they've taken that off.
But did not give her an extra free throw.
No. Okay. As we're getting it all figured out, 29-14 is the score. Baseline.
That's a
nice jumper.
Yeah,
Anna Laura Robertson.
Yeah, that's a fall-away jump shot. That's an old school little fall-away from the post player down there.
That's her first points of the game. That's surprising. You know,
6 rebounds, though.
Yep, contributing. She had 15 against FIU in their last game. Here's the steal. Up as Chatfield in. Jumper no good. Boy, cannot, especially in the paint, John. That's been an issue, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's doing a lot of things well. Lexi got the steal that time and just could not finish it.
As Mackenzie Chatfield.
And you can overcomplicate a lot of things in sports, and basketball one of them, and sometimes it just comes down to, can you make a shot? I mean, it's nothing more than just making a shot like that right there by Robin Lee.
Yeah, she's got 5 now, 33-14, biggest lead at 19 for La Tech. Driving to the bucket, that's going to be a charge.
That would not have been a charge last year because she set up inside the restricted zone, but in the women's game they eliminated that call. So it's, as long as you are set, then that's the call.
33-14.
That would have been a block in the men's game.
That's the first foul on Karis Allen, team 4 on WKU in the second quarter at 2:32. La Tech looking to add to its lead.
And it's, we was talking about the shooting for Western Kentucky, and what adds to that when you take away Western Kentucky's 2 top shooters.
Makes a difference, doesn't it?
That's right, in Hayes and Salary, that makes
Robertson turn on the left side, no good. Meade pushes it up the floor for WKU. Trying to create a scene.
A great defense by
Oh,
Montague.
look at that. Look at the hustle. And somehow Meade, now WKU Faustino, loose on the floor right in front of us. They battle, and it goes to WKU. They say it's off of Robertson.
Just tremendous hustle that time. And watch right here.
Watch this. Good hustle everywhere.
That's great scrapping and hustle. And then you got the 5th-year senior right here, Robertson. What's this? Well, you missed it. She dove on the ball for the loose ball, but just great effort that time.
Both teams going after it. Yes. Baseline jumper up. That's no good from Karis Allen, and Robertson will get her first foul. That's a team third here.
I think that was the correct call. She went straight up, but I do think she came down and hit her on the wrist, if we can see that replay. But Karis Allen is another player that just needs to get going for Western Kentucky. And watch the drive right here. Goes straight up, and let's see at the very end. Looked like she came down at the very end and hit her on the wrist maybe.
Yeah, got her with a little bit of the body when she was up in the air too.
But Allen is somebody that's only averaging 5.6 and 4.4 rebounds, and she can have some explosive nights. She's a really good athlete, got a nice touch, and for Western Kentucky to get going, I think she's one of the players that needs to get going.
33-15. Karis Allen's second free throw good. Got them both for a 62%. 33-16. WKU down by 17 at home tonight. 1:43 to go. First half action. Glad to have you along with us. Conference USA Women's Basketball from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Off the mark from Bates. Run down by WKU. Meade up the floor. Faustino, right wing with the fake, drives in the lane, dishes out. Now Meade top the key three.
Great ball movement.
That's what they needed. 8 now for Meade, and 33-19 makes it down 14.
The penetration by Faustino, and then the quick reversal by Allen to Lexi Meade. That's a tremendous ball movement.
Got that defense going one way, and then you go the other, and they couldn't react in time. Bates, we're under a minute here in the first half. WKU going back to that zone, it looks like.
One of the quickest halves I can remember.
Yeah, 2-3 zone, basically. Tipped out of there. Meade comes up with it off the deflection from Betancourt. Meade into the corner. They push it around. Allen for three. Good.
6-0 mini run to end the quarter, and then the half is big for Western Kentucky. Another great pass that time to set up that three.
Got it down to 11 at the moment with 28 seconds, and we've got about a 4-second difference in shot clock and game clock. La Tech takes a timeout.
Yeah, those last two possessions by Western Kentucky is textbook. You had a hockey assist, which was the pass that led to the actual assist both times.
Well, WKU down by as many as 19 has rallied back to cut it to 11 right here. 26.9 seconds as we get a chance for you to see the last couple of buckets here.
Yeah, that's the hockey assist, and that's the regular assist right there off the inside-out situation that time.
Meade with that three. And then here's Allen for three. You know, what was going wrong early is now going right for WKU. It's falling in.
Sometimes just the ball going in makes a world of difference.
Yeah, when you were coaching, did you ever tell a kid don't shoot?
Never.
Keep shooting, keep shooting.
Yeah,
it's bound to fall, right?
That's exactly right.
The law of averages is going to get you at some point. All right, we got about 4.9 second difference. La Tech.
They should hold it deep in the shot clock right here. It's a 4-second difference. They should wait till the very end.
Robertson out the top of the key. Now 10 seconds. Bates diagonal to Morris. Morris drives underneath. Kicks it out. Bates for three at the buzzer. Count it.
Big shot, big pass by the freshman.
And WKU throws it in and off the glass, and that's it.
You could not draw up the end of a half better than that.
Yeah, La Tech 36, WKU 22. We'll come back with our halftime.
Forever, and Evansville did it in men's basketball forever, too.
I sure remember that. All right. Bukowicz will put it in play for La Tech here at midcourt. You get a good look. Our outstanding production crew that we have here for this one. Remind you, coming up Saturday, John and I will be here in Diddle Arena. Jacksonville State will be at WKU. La Tech will be going back home to host Liberty Saturday. Liberty currently in third in Conference USA standings. Bukowicz, turnaround, blocked, but a foul on Staley, and that's 3. That's the first player to be in any foul trouble.
Yeah, you just can't come. Not that I know a lot about block shots, because I was not a shot blocker, but when you try to block a shot, you just cannot come down. Whether or not you get all ball or not, that just the appearance is of a block.
And Lara Robertson,
84%. What a career she had. You know, yeah. She's averaged 6.7 her freshman year, and then 11.5, 15.3, 12.6, and then her 5th year again, 12.6.
Hometown girl, Ruston, Louisiana.
And in today's time, it's hard to get somebody to stay 2 years.
Much less 4.
And she's her 5th.
5th year, right.
5th year, that's right.
Exactly. 3 now for Robertson.
I'd say she likes it down there.
Well, I mean, she's home. Turn around off the glass, or off the back of the iron, that's no good. Put back up and in, good for WKU. Staley stayed with it.
She did. She got the offensive rebound and finally put back.
That's her first points of the game for WKU. 13-point advantage for La Tech. Morris. WKU back in that zone defense. Pitts over there anticipating. Deflects it out of bounds. Looking to get it inbounds, they do. Morris. Just about anybody on this team looks like can hit a 3 for La Tech. And they've shown it tonight. Out front. Utivy. Gilvin's all over at the buzzer on the shot clock off the iron. Gilvin! How should she go from way out there to get a rebound?
It's called hustle.
There you go. Spark plug.
I think her nickname is Red Bull.
Red Bull?
Yep.
Okay. Staley kicks it out. Pitts.
Red Bull will give you energy.
Yes, it will, won't it? I've never had it, but I believe it.
I'm coffee.
I can handle that. Yeah, especially as we gotten older. Jumper baseline no good from Staley. Here's Faustino coming up with the loose ball. Left side, reverses over to the right, throws it up and in.
Yeah, it's a good move. I thought she was going in with a straight in left-hand layup, and she reversed it that time on Bukowicz for the finish. And that was another steal that time, still caused by, I think Gilvin got that one.
5 now for Faustino. Close the gap to within 11 at 37-26. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Very aggressive matchup 2-3 zone by Western Kentucky.
Tavi. Bukowicz inside over to Robertson and
that's why Nativi leads the team in assists. Has a nice little dump down pass that time.
Gilvin gets the pass left side. Faustino looks it in. Staley on that left block. Meade inside for Staley in front of the glass. Got that one to fall.
That's great confidence that time by Staley. She's really struggled this year, 38% from the field making shots, but boy, she got good post position that time and a finish over a good defensive player in Robertson.
That's 4 points here in the third quarter. Now it's an 11-point game at 39-28. As we've played almost 3 minutes here in this third quarter. Driving, one hand in the lane, Morris. Lee, kick it left side. Bukowicz loses it out of bounds. That's off Gilvin's hands.
I guess who was on the floor going after it?
Gilvin.
That's correct.
Good look here at Gilvin. See that pass?
She got this almost a steal that time, and the hustle is the correct call.
Going after it. Utivy will inbound it on the baseline for La Tech. It's an 11-point La Tech lead. They lose it on the baseline on the inbounds pass. Pitts hurries it down the floor, tried to pass it, knocked out of her hands. Stays with WKU.
Well, one time the lead was 19 in the first half, and Western Kentucky has a chance right now to get it under 10 with plenty of time left.
They'd cut it to 14 at the half. A little 6-0 mini run there before La Tech scored before the buzzer. Betancourt, free line, jumper, good on that right side.
Lead down to 9.
4 for Betancourt, the senior out of Venezuela. Cuts it to 9, back to single digits here. WKU.
Well, Western Kentucky will not go away, I can tell you that.
For the most part of the season, they've been a pretty good come from behind team, except for as of late. Bates, baseline 3, it's off the mark, tipped out, rebound, WKU's Faustino. Meade sees an opening and lost it. Tried to reverse her dribble there, or switch hands, I should say. Into the corner, Gilroy for 3, short. Meade slows it down for WKU. Gilvin, free line extended out on the wing. Betancourt needs some help. Meade comes to get it. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Tried to go in the lane. Betancourt cutting to the bucket. Bates comes away with the steal for La Tech.
Back-to-back turnovers for Western Kentucky. Had a chance to cut it to 6.
There's a steal by Faustino on the baseline. The other way, left it short, and we got a foul.
Yeah, 3 straight turnovers for both teams total that time. You see this steal that time by Faustino right here, and she should draw the foul right there, and it's not much of a foul that time by Guillory.
That's her second, team's first here in the third quarter, and that'll put Faustino to the line. 1 out of 2 tonight, has 5 total points, a 66%er on the year. Takes her time, pushes. That's in. 6 now for Faustino. Both teams trying to stop 3-game losing streaks in conference play.
Well, somebody's going to be happy.
Faustino happy with those 2 free throws right there. A 7-point game. You go from 19 down to 7. 39-32. Here comes full court pressure for the first time. Looks like
somebody's going to have to come out of the game for La Tech. They have 6 out there. Okay.
WKU and a
little 2-2-1. It's pretty soft. They're just going to kind of fall back into their matchup zone.
Gilvin out high for WKU. Lukowicz and goes on the baseline. That is Kate Thompson in out of Denham Springs, Louisiana, 6'2" junior. We got a timeout on the floor. 4:55 the third quarter. La Tech's lead has shrunk to 7. Conference USA Women's Basketball on ESPN+.
Live sports. ESPN+ Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library.
Well, plus she's got 4 rebounds and a couple of blocks.
That's what you tell all your players, follow your shot.
That's exactly right, especially when you're within 5 feet of the basket.
Big defensive possession here. If you're a WKU fan, there's a 3 at the buzzer. It's off the mark from Gianna Morris. WKU, chance to cut that lead even more. Pitts for 3, how about that?
7 down to 4.
Aliyah Pitts now with 5.
Off the assist that time from Lexi Meade, and that's why you're never out of it.
It's a 13-2 run here in this third quarter for WKU.
Especially against a team that's struggling to finish games like La Tech.
Loose ball.
And there's a lot of arms that time. Ended up being a jump ball, but boy, there was a lot of arms being grabbed that time.
Meade and Thompson were battling for it on the floor. And we've got coming in for La Tech, and Alara Robertson.
I think that's a good substitution by La Tech. You know, when things are a little unsteady, I would like to have Robertson in the game.
I don't think that conversation was about dinner after the game between Greg Collins and the other official. And now he's talking to the other one. She's getting a laugh, so I don't know. What you coaches talk with officials about on the sideline during a game, I don't know.
Any small advantage you can get, you'll take.
Betancourt, Meade. As La Tech really doing a good job on that man-to-man defense and collapsing when WKU tries to get it in the paint. Got a held ball possession. This time it goes to La Tech.
Yeah, just that time, Lexi Meade just went one dribble too much right into that gap where the two defenders are, and that caused that mistake.
Kind of got in between, didn't know whether she's going to shoot, pass, what she was going to do there.
Most of her decisions she makes are good, but you know, when you handle the ball as much as she handles it, you're going to make some mistakes.
Right, and you're entitled to one or two, aren't you? La Tech needs a bucket. It's down to a 4-point game at 39-35. They still have the lead thanks to that cushion. And we got an offensive foul inside as Robertson.
Yeah, they got Robertson on the handoff on the screen rolled right into Betancourt, so that's going to be an off ball call that time.
That's the second on Robertson. Team's second here in the third quarter on La Tech. 4-point, 2-possession game. Betancourt, WKU never giving up, down by 19. They've cut it to 4. La Tech's not been able to do anything offensively here in this third quarter. That was WKU's woes early in the first half. Took good shots, couldn't get the fall. Betancourt baseline, no. Gilvin keeps it alive. How about that?
That's just effort, and that's Josie Gilvin.
Meade, 12 seconds to go on the shot clock. Meade kicks it back. Gilvin wide open for 3, and we've got a foul underneath.
They called that on Betancourt. That's back-to-back off-ball calls on basically just rose to the basket that time. You don't see that a lot.
Betancourt's second, team second here in the third quarter.
You see Betancourt right there just going in there. I'm not a huge fan of that call, to be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of charges away from the ball, but that's been back-to-back fair for both teams.
2:34, third quarter. La Tech needs some points in the worst way. Gilroy in the corner. There's an answer.
Well, I know she likes the corner. She's 3 for 5 from threes. 2 of those are from the corner.
Guillory now with 9 in the game. Gilvin down the right of the lane, left it short. I guess who gets the rebound? Guillory. She's the La Tech spark plug, don't you think?
She played really well. I mean, both their freshmen have played well. Morris and Guillory, 2 pair of guards.
Morris out front. 42-35, takes the lead back out 7. Under 2 minutes in the third quarter. Cross-court pass. They try to work it inside. Taking it herself is up and no good by Morris. Put back on the rebound. And up and in by Robertson.
That's why she's got over 800 rebounds.
7 in the game for Robertson. Pitts baseline 3 is off the mark. Loose ball, who wants it? And WKU comes away with it. Meade baseline up and in.
It's hard to describe that one down there. It was a pass from Pitts on the floor that time to Lexi Meade. 5 people on the floor that time.
We'll come back. It's a 7-point game. La Tech leading WKU. ESPN.
Both teams, you can tell, are desperate to get a win. You know, when you're coming in off losing streaks like both teams are.
Now, the one thing is you don't want to be around that 8-9 seed when you get into the conference tournament. You want to be kind of in the middle of, or better.
Or better.
Faustino for WKU, now Betancourt. 1:08 third quarter, Meade for 3.
Man, that's a good look. Right from the top of the key, had her feet set for Western Kentucky.
Betancourt had that rebound. Faustino in the lane, kicks it to Gilvin. Gilvin for 3. All right, now they've got a little stretch where they can't hit anything again.
Yeah, you can't get 2 better looks than that.
Meade in front of the bucket.
And That's Western Kentucky basketball. You've got to be extremely strong, and you had to be able to play through contact, too, against Western Kentucky, and that's Lexi Mead.
12 for her tonight, 44-39. It's a 5-point La Tech lead. Guillory on the pass, back to her, off balance. Faustino comes away with it. Yet again, Faustino the other way. Talk about a spark plug. Faustino's been everywhere tonight.
La Tech should go for the last shot with 10 seconds left.
Faustino 6 here in the third quarter, has 9 in the game. He's come up with the ball in key times. They lose it, and it's end of 3. As La Tech not able to get off a shot. It's Louisiana Tech 44, WKU 41. Oh boy, hold on for the fourth quarter on ESPN+.
They're live ball turnovers. 14 steals for Western Kentucky.
Well, they've got, I play 4 cards. I'm going to say I broadcast for my sister who's going through breast cancer treatments right now. So
that's great.
It's a good night. Everything's going well with her. She's got another treatment in the morning.
Well, it affects everybody, doesn't it?
It does. You just never know until it hits your family.
That's correct.
Mead to start the fourth quarter with 3. 15 on the evening, and WKU within 1 at 44-43. Robertson, Morris, Vukovic. Vukovic gets it back, drives, kicks it out. Morris, Bates. A lot of quick passes, deflected. WKU comes. There's Faustino again. It's Faustino and Gilvin for WKU off the glass. Gilvin.
Faustino, that's her 5th steal, which led another direct points by Western Kentucky. First lead forever for Western Kentucky.
45-44 at 9 minutes to go in the game.
That 19-point lead has vanished for La Tech.
Well, here in the second half, WKU has scored 23 to 8 of La Tech.
And La Tech that looked so secure and confident in the first half has just basically completely lost their confidence. It's a big shot by Selma Bates, a 3. It's her second 3 of the night.
Well, she looked confident on that shot, had a hand in her face, and she just went right up with it.
Well, she's another 5th-year player, not all at La Tech, but this is her 5th year.
Pitch down the corner to Gilvin. As La Tech took the lead again at 47-45. Gilvin leaves it short. Vukovic comes up with it, driving, holds it up. Robertson. Now Vukovic. Right of the lane, up, gets Gilvin to commit, waits, puts it in. 9 now for Vukovic.
Nice move, as I mentioned. She's only averaging 5.4, but she's been hot lately. 4 out of the last 5 games, double figures.
7:50 to go in the game. 4-point lead for La Tech here at Diddle Arena in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Glad to have you with us. Scott Thompson, John Butler. Betancourt, baseline, 3! Huge 3 for WKU.
I think they just gave her 2. She was inside the line that time. That's a big shot.
49-47. Trouble getting it into the backcourt, La Tech.
Sometimes it's hard when you make a big come back from 19, and then you still have 8 minutes to go to continue to sustain that rally.
The main thing is there's another deflection and a steal. Is to stay within striking distance is the key. Mead, left lane to the right side of the lane, up, no good. Gilvin tips off Betancourt. La Tech ball.
These turnovers right now are killing La Tech. Western Kentucky just didn't take advantage of that one. Missed a point-blank shot. Lexi Mead did.
7:03 mark in the game. La Tech 49, WKU 47. Greg Collins with a win would be number 100. Brooke Storr with a win would be number 200 for her career as a head coach. A little token pressure here by WKU. Out front, TV. Work it right side over here to Vukovic. Block out of her hands.
Turnover 20.
Karis Allen comes away with it. Down to Faustino.
Faustino has been finishing all her layups, and that was not an easy one. It was contested.
That's 12 in the game for her, for WKU, now tied at 49. Bates on the dribble. Open, Thompson misses. And right there is Pitts to come away with it for WKU. Faustino had the hot hand here in the second half. Meads had a hot hand. Staley, diagonal out to Pitts. Pitts with a three in the third quarter. Deflected pass, 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Mead knocked out of her hands, throws it up. Nope, not a shot. La Tech came away with the steal before the shot. The other way, Bates for the easy two. 11 now for Bates. And La Tech up by 2 at 51-49. Driving, baseline. Nice jumper there for Karis Allen to get her 7th point. And WKU wants a timeout. We're tied at 51 apiece. This one may go down to the wire the way it's going. 2-point lead, and it's tied with La Tech with 5:12 to go in the game, John Butler.
I think what surprises me, it's not that, Western Kentucky was down 19 in the first half. It's not that the game that they made a comeback. They've made a comeback this quickly. It's hard to make up 19 points that quickly. Now it's 5 minutes to go. Now Western Kentucky's kind of known for that. They've had 5 come from behind victories this year in the second half alone. Now they are coming off a loss to an 8 when Western Kentucky was up 18 in the fourth quarter just last week as well.
Here's a steal, Mead the other way, blocked, but it's going to be a foul. Boy, Bates was right there.
But that's what absolutely is killing La Tech right now. That's their 21st turnover, and it's not like their it's not like their turnovers they're throwing them out of bounds. Right here is the steal, and that is the correct call on Bates. There are live ball turnovers, which are the worst. Those are the worst of the turnovers. You can see right there on her arm.
Yeah, got her on the arm. May got a little bit on the body, too.
Because those live ball turnovers lead to easy shots, and that's exactly what's happened.
WKU's not been to the line very much tonight. Me got a little bit of a roll there, 77%er.
Yeah, the 18-point Western Kentucky was up against Sam Houston. 18 in the fourth quarter and lost that game, and that's kind of the opposite of what they normally do. They normally come back.
Mead hits them both. 17 for Mead. We talked about in the pregame. Needed her to step up. She has.
She really has. She's played really well. Hasn't made all of her shots, but man, she's been active.
Without the ball and with the ball. Inside they kick it. Robertson back out. As Lee's in there. They get it on the baseline. Give, go. Robertson misses an easy bucket. Staley with a rebound and a foul on La Tech.
Yeah, that was good execution by La Tech. Hit the baseline and then hit Robertson, but that's where Caitlin Staley right here to baseline and then to Robertson. But good effort that time by Gilvin that came over there and caused that problem, and then Staley on the rebound.
That's Lee's second, team second here in the fourth quarter. You get a good look at Greg Collins looking for win number 100 tonight.
Been trying for the last 3 games.
Yes, he has. Gilvin, top of the key, man-to-man defense by La Tech. They get it to Mead, isolated one-on-one there. Kicks it left side, Pitts. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Allen, Mead at 3, 2, Gilvin at 1, missed it, rebound, Karis Allen. Mead thought about the 3 very quickly. (53-51) La Tech, we're at 3:51. Driving on the baseline, up, good.
Karis Allen, she is more than capable of doing that. Only averages 5 a game, but she has a very quick step and very athletic.
That's 9 for her. 4-point WKU lead, 55-51, and there's going to be a foul on Allen. on the other end.
One thing tonight that's been consistent is the referees have let them play. And this was the correct call right there. I think, Alan, you'll see right there is that it's actually 2 fouls.
Yeah.
But they have let them play. This will be La Tech's only 5th free throw of the night. Western Kentucky's only shot 7.
Well, it shows. I mean, I have to say the pace has been good. They've let them play.
They've let them play. It's been contact, some
Yeah.
hands and things like that, but it's been consistent. And, you know, once you know that you've got to play through contact, I think that's all you can ask for as a player.
Misses the first one.
She's
Leads at 54%.
Yeah, that's not a strength of Lee. Only shoots 54%. Western Kentucky has to, well, I was going to say block out, but La Tech only has one player on the line.
Missed them both. Well, they shoot 69.5% as a team.
That's in the OK range.
Yeah.
Probably below OK in college.
WKU by 4 right now, 3:15. 13 on the shot clock. Pitts needs some help over in front of the bench. And gets a timeout called by Greg Collins. She needed some help there. Nobody could get free.
Yep, that's probably a good timeout. You'd like to save them in the women's game because you can advance it to half court. And
Betancourt give to Gilvin underneath.
Well, if you're going to call a timeout, it's a great set run by Coach Collins. Got the back screen that time that Meade set for Gilvin, and then the finish.
Well, Givens had points, then had them taken away. Now gets it back and timeout. La Tech. All of a sudden, WKU is up by 6, 57-51, and it's
25-point turnaround.
Wow.
And if you're going to call a timeout, you want to be able to score. And I don't know if we had that last replay. That's a great set run by Coach Collins, where you have the smallest guard, which was Lexi. The smallest guard, Lexi Meade, right here. You're going to see Lexi Meade set the back screen right there, and that freed up Gilvin. And there was no pressure on the ball. If you put a little bit more pressure on the ball, it makes it a tougher pass, but there's not a lot of pressure.
Yeah, Robertson backed off of her just a little bit.
Not uncommon for a post player. Sometimes you don't pressure quite as much, but that was a good call right there. And let's see what La Tech draws up. It's a little bit harder to draw up something if Western Kentucky stays in their zone. I think they probably will here.
57-51, WKU, 2:55 to go. On their home floor.
And this is the part of the game that's really cost La Tech the last 3 games. You know, just being able to finish these games have been a problem.
Speaking of comebacks, WKU men has come back to win down in Ruston, Louisiana, 81-76.
It's a hard place to play. It's a good win
for La Tech.
It's a good win for Western Kentucky.
If the women can hold on, that'd be 2 for 2 tonight. If you're a WKU fan. Bukowicz miss, rebound Meade. And we got a foul underneath on Anya Bukowicz. That's her second, team third here in the quarter. You see, scoot in there, miss the shot. Meade with a rebound, and then that last reach right there.
Yeah, it's frustration foul, but they still have 2 more fouls to give, La Tech does.
Given will inbounds it. Full court pressure here by La Tech. First time tonight we've seen this. Meade comes to get it.
Now this is an area of the game when you're up 6. You like to run some clock, but you also want to get a good shot.
15 on the shot clock. Gilvin. Back door. Underneath. Allen had it partially blocked.
And that was a good shot. Just missed it.
Quickly down floor. Jumper. Overshot by Guillory. Loose ball out front. Gilvin going to get fouled by Gianna Morris. Her first, team's fourth.
And great effort that time by, first of all, that was a great effort by Allen on the rebound right here. You can see this hustle by Allen, and then there's the pass to Gilvin, and that was the obvious foul. Next foul by La Tech will put Western Kentucky at the line.
Bates back in for Louisiana Tech.
Still a long way to go.
2 minutes even.
2 minutes. Basket right now by Western Kentucky would sure go a long way to help on this big comeback.
A 2-possession game right now.
Yeah, they need to run a lot of clock right now, Western Kentucky.
Run down to about 7, 8 on the clock before you look for a shot.
That's unless you just get a wide open shot beforehand.
Gilvin. Allen. They just work a little weave, passing it around. Meade. Wasn't the best pass.
That's not what you want. They did run 21 seconds off, but that's kind of a careless mistake right there.
Yeah. Pass, thinking Meade was going to cut, I guess, to the sideline over there, and she didn't cut. 6-point lead for WKU in a minute and a half. Anya Bukovic misses the 3, out of bounds, and it stays with La Tech. Says it went off.
Yeah, they're going to review. That's going to be one of these reviews. These reviews that happen a lot in the last 2 minutes of the game, and both the men and women. I thought that was the correct call right there. It looks like to me that was off. Yeah, it looks like to me it was off. That's Karis Allen. I don't think the La Tech player touched it.
Doesn't look like it, does it?
No, it should be a quick review.
Well, and the official over here on the side was quick to signal.
Right.
Let's look at this and make sure.
You want to get these things right. I do think at times it kind of hurts the flow of the game when there's too many of these. I'd be more in line to do this under a minute rather than 2 minutes, but that's just my personal view. It's almost these are like free timeouts for both teams.
Well, if you're the team with the momentum, you don't like this.
That's correct. And some of these games really get dragged out with, it seemed like every ball that goes out of bounds, whether it's obvious or not, there's a review. This should stay with La Tech.
Yeah. Okay, we'll stay with La Tech. That's going to be the signal. They saw the same thing we saw on the replay.
Yeah, now they need to get the players out. I'm really not for sure why the players are still with the coaches.
One thing I've been impressed with, John, all year is that the officials have been good to come over and let us know.
I agree.
I'll have to say, go back to me doing volleyball back in the fall. They were the same way.
Yeah, very transparent.
I like it. They're on top of things, and here we go. 1:24 to go, a 6-point advantage for WKU. Yeah.
It's an understatement to say this is a monster possession for La Tech.
They need some points. They don't have to have a 3. They need something. Morris needs some help. Top of the key.
They got it to the right person.
Robertson.
That's exactly who they need to throw it to.
9 for her now. It's a 4-point advantage. Meade gets by Bates. Lutivi commits the foul.
Probably didn't want that if you're La Tech. 4, probably want to play that out, but nevertheless the foul, and it puts Lexi Meade on the line. Lexi is shooting 77%.
Meade 2 for 2 tonight. 17 on the game for her.
Well, they needed a big game out of her, and she's got it so far. Not only 17 points, several assists, 6 or 7 rebounds as well.
That's 6 above her Conference USA average for conference games. Or 7 now. She averages 11 in Conference USA play.
Got 8 rebounds, 5 assists.
4 for 4 from the line tonight.
Do not want to give up a 3 if you're Western Kentucky.
18 for Alexis Meade for WKU, a 6-point lead under a minute. That's Amaya Brandon in there, 24 out of Plano, Texas, wanting the ball inside.
Taking a long time.
Got a good shot off. Bukovic missed it off the back of the iron. And coming up with WKU's Betancourt to Meade and a foul.
That was a big possession that time. La Tech got a pretty good shot from Bukovic, but they did not make it.
That's the 3rd on Bukovic. And WKU will go to the line with time stopped. A chance to add to their 6-point lead. And who else do you want there but Alexis Meade right now?
All right, that's who I would want right now. Playing number 1, first of all, she's a good free throw shooter. But number 2, she's having a good game, so that adds more to your confidence.
I think if it holds up, she's the player of the game.
I think you're exactly right. She got my vote. Faustino played well too in the comeback, and I thought Gilvin was great all game. But
Yeah.
I think you got to go with Meade.
Yeah, she's at 19 points, and everything else she's done 20 points. Play of the game, we're going to think about that one. 61-53. I don't know if there's one defining moment or not in this game. Baseline jumper off the mark by Robertson. Gilvin gets bear hugged.
I think the back screen coming out of the timeout would be a good one to look at.
Yeah, all right. I think so. The WKU called that timeout. Our production people, that's our player of the game when they got the easy bucket out of that timeout.
What a comeback. I tell you what, when you're down 19, I don't care what time of the game is, your chances of coming back and winning are about 1 in 100. And this will, I'm assuming Western Kentucky is going to hang on right here. It's going to go see Gilvin, puts Western Kentucky up 9.
That's 7 for her.
She played tremendous. I mean, her contributions are a lot more than just what's in the stat page.
Has she been out? If she has, it's only been for a short amount of time in this game.
She's over 30 minutes. And,
easily.
And boy, this is a tough. Okay.
63-53, a 10-point lead. Who would have funked this, John, back when WKU was down by 19? And then now they have a double-digit lead.
I know, up 19, and all the momentum with La Tech, and there's really no energy in Diddle Arena, to be honest with you.
No.
It's kind of dead, and just, it's a great case. Listen, this is a tough loss for La Tech. I mean, it just continues their, they've lost 3 straight. 61-57, 66-64, 73-71, close losses. This was as bad as their last loss against FIU when they were up 7 with a minute to go.
I could see them causing trouble at the Conference USA tournament in Birmingham.
But they got to eventually get over, figure out what's going on. They turned the ball over. You got to give Western Kentucky a lot of credit, but La Tech has turned it over close to. I'm trying to look at the stats. It's close to over 23, 24 turnovers for La Tech.
21, got 21. WKU only 12.
Yeah, and most of La Tech's were what I call those live ball turnovers, which led directly to easy shots for Western Kentucky, and it really changed the momentum of the game.
All right, WKU 63, La Tech 53. We have 28.8 seconds to go. Just down from us. La Tech to put it in play. They've got to score and score a flurry.
Yeah, they need a 3.
Bates with a hand in her face. Somehow got the 3. Oh.
Yeah, it was a tough shot, too. That's exactly what they needed. They needed a quick 3, and they got it from Selma Bates.
And a foul. 14 for Bates. She's got 4 threes tonight for La Tech. She didn't start, but she's came in and helped out in a big way. Alexis Meade will be at the line to shoot 2, where she is 6 for 6 tonight. Meade, just when you brag on her.
Yeah, a little flat on that one.
One of the rare mistakes she's made tonight. .25 seconds. WKU should go to 5-4 in conference play, and Greg Collins will get his 100th win. He says, back away, let them. We don't want any fouls. Bates way out for 3. No, loose ball. Yodery, top of the key. Jumper by Vukovic. Nope. That's going to do it. That's going to do it there. And they're just going to hold it in the backcourt. Gilvin will just dribble down floor and throw it up in the air. Well, WKU with a come from behind victory, 64-56 over La Tech. Hats off to WKU not giving up, John.
Yeah, great comeback. Like I said, coming back from 19 down, everything going with 2 starters out too. 19 down with Hayes and Salary out. Tremendous comeback by Western Kentucky, and a tough loss by La Tech.
All right, we're going to do our play of the game.